Hey everybody, welcome back to Nancy Drew Midnight in Salem. We have arrived at the Perry's house. These are the cousins of our frenemy Deirdre Shannon here. And a lot's happened since we started the game, actually. We started the game in Austria, where we were looking for this book for our dad, or I should say for a friend of our dad, Carson Drew, and we found the book, but it got stolen by some hooded figure who had a plane ticket to Boston, which is near Salem, and also at the same time Deirdre Shannon here contacted us and asked us to come down to help with the situation where her cousin May was being accused of arson by burning down the old Hathorn house, as the game is calling it. I have looked into this since the recording of the first video, and it apparently is pronounced Hawthorne, as you might expect. In fact, Nathaniel Hawthorne was known for changing his last name to add a W so that he could distance himself from the actual Hawthorns that were associated with the Salem witch trials, apparently. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Anyway, let's talk to Deirdre.
Are you ready to leave yet? We don't have all day.
Oh right, we were going to go to the museum. I forgot about the museum. I hope we can explore first.
What were you actually doing before you picked me up from the airport?
What do you mean?
You gave May a non-answer when she asked why it took you so long to stop by here.
A non-answer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I went to the police station.
And?
And they're still going through the evidence. And when they found out I was May's cousin, they started laughing.
So they think she did it.
Everyone does. So, I went to check out the Hathorn house myself. But I never went inside.
The ghost?
What? No. There was some weirdo there who told me the ghost was going to steal my soul. It was totally creepy. And then I found out that everyone in this town believes in ghosts, so I didn't enter.
Well, whatever or whoever it is, there's an explanation behind it. Did the police give you anything? Anything at all?
They told me there's a Judge Danforth in town, and he's going over the particulars of the Hathorn House estate. I found his office, but he kinda never let me enter his office. Believe me, I tried.
I know him. Not well, but enough to get through his door and have a conversation.
All right, are we going into town or what?
Sure.
Who could gain something by burning down a house? Insurance claim, maybe?
Possibly. Means, motive, and opportunity. We need to start interviewing. See if anyone checks off those 3 boxes.
And in your experience?
It's usually something much more personal. This tour sounds interesting.
Don't tell Tegan that's your plan.
It'll give us a good overview of the town.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to meet the real witch of Salem.
What?
Yeah, I do. She might know something. I wonder why Tegan doesn't like her.
Is this the lady they were talking about
Don't have
earlier?
to investigate everything, Drew. Olivia steals Tegan's visitors, sounds like.
Yeah.
You really want to do the dumb tour?
You don't have to come with me.
Side by side. Gotta be honest, it does sound more fun than the museum.
Okay, so we're not leaving quite yet. That's good. One thing I've noticed is that it seems like the subtitles change on a very consistent interval. So it's not exactly lined up with the voice clips, which is really frustrating, honestly.
The kitchen table has a great view out into the neighborhood.
Another thing that's changed since the last video is I've actually discovered that my laptop has a second USB port that's completely different in terms of its location than the first one. So I'm actually able to plug in my mouse and not just my microphone, so that'll make it easier to navigate. Normally I use one at a time, but thankfully I can use both, which is kind of nice. I haven't really used this laptop for gaming very much, and I don't really use the mouse for many of my other video game efforts, so this is kind of a first time, which is pretty interesting, but it's definitely been fun. Alright, so I don't think we can actually do anything here in the kitchen. It seems like we just have these decorations, utensils in the drawers probably, kitchen cleaning supplies. I don't think we can even go over there. Oh, wait a minute.
Huh.
Is that one of the candles from the Austria castle? Huh. I wonder if that's related. It almost looks similar. We can't use those. Style! And there's May. Let's talk to her. Hey, May. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah?
Do you mind if I look around the house?
Ugh, you're so weird. I'm done talking, okay?
Okay. She's probably been questioned by enough people, so I can't say I blame her. I saw a magnifying glass. Here we go. There it is. Can I get it?
Rust be gone. Now that's handy. Never know when a bit of stubborn iron oxide will get in the way of investigating.
Ooh, sounds good to me. I thought I was supposed to be interacting with the photo thing here, but I'll take an inventory item any day.
Hiking the Patagonian Highlands, Outback Safari, Survival Guide for the Rainforest of Myanmar. The Perrys have a real taste for adventure.
Yeah.
Hiking the Patagonian Highlands,
Anything else here? Let's see. I can't open any of these up, so I'm gonna assume the answer is no. There's also a curtain here, but I think that just, yeah.
Deirdre's convertible. Looks strikingly familiar.
It does? I'll have to go back to watch the first part, but was that car in Austria? 'Cause I don't think we saw any cars there. I take it that's the way out to go to the museum, so... Let's go upstairs. Usually in some other games, this would be like a signal to transition to another day in the story, but it doesn't seem like that's happening here. Keep out, New England riot. Is this May's room?
I probably shouldn't be in May's room without an invitation.
Yeah, the game seems to be dead set on painting May as like, oh, I'm edgy rebel person and rah! Everyone in this town fears me because I'm an edgy rebel type. What is this, by the way? Oh, it's a little flyout menu. That's cool.
Oops, wrong door. The guest room is at the end of the hall.
Okay, so we can't look into anyone else's rooms, but I guess that makes sense. So I guess this will be our room, which is cool. Let's see what we got here.
Huh?
Nancy keeps seeing these candles and saying, huh, which is making me wonder if the Perrys have some kind of connection to Austria, especially since they apparently travel a bunch. Which makes me suspicious, not gonna lie. There's also a piece of paper or something there. Can I not see that? I guess not.
The neighborhood looks peaceful from up here.
But inside, it's a simmering volcano, ready to erupt. Okay, maybe not. But they seem to be suggesting that Salem is, like, got a lot bubbling under the surface, so... I don't really see anything here to interact with, so I'm going to assume that we can't. Except for this candle. That candle has been an interesting source of intrigue. And the window, I guess, but... that's kind of about it. Let's see, is there anything else to do here? We can go... we can't go that way. Oh. Okay, here's something I've been curious about ever since we started the video. Why is it that all these rooms have 2 light switches? Don't you only need 1 for each area? Like, all of these have 2 light switches. Alright. I take it this will trigger the next part of the game, so... oh! Ned's calling us!
Ned! Hi!
Hello!
Nance, how have you been? Thanks for finally picking up.
Sorry, I've been on a flight.
Busy on another case, huh? You know, you should really enjoy yourself more, Nance. Life's too short to be working all the time.
This isn't work for me. It's fun. Besides, crime doesn't take a vacation. Speaking of which, how's yours?
Ned, come on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, 1 second.
Sounds like you're having fun.
You know, standard fare. Nothing too crazy. I miss you, Nance.
I miss you,
Hey, give it back.
too.
Nancy, I'll call you later.
Call you later, Nancy.
Well, that was... yeah.
What's going on with Ned? Ned, you're not cheating on Nancy, are you? Are Ned and Nancy okay? Or is Ned like... Is he babysitting someone and they're making fun of his relationship with Nancy? I'm kind of getting worried now. Alright, let's take a look around here. There's the car. And apparently we can just walk through here, so... I guess we can only go up this way, though. But we can check out the side of the house, interestingly enough. Why can we... Whoa! Hi, Deirdre! I did not know you were going to be right there. Oh boy, that was... I think that's been the scariest thing in the game so far, is Deirdre right next to me there.
I think we should head right for the judge. What do you think?
Oh my goodness. I'm still getting over your being right behind me, Deirdre.
Sounds good. Let's go meet the judge.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, please don't sneak up on me like that again. Okay, if I turn around, is she going to be there as well? Like, if I go all the way here? Yep, she's right here. So apparently Deirdre really is taking this side-by-side thing pretty seriously.
I think we should head right for the judge. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to look around just to make sure we're not missing anything. It seems like it's near Halloween, if the jack-o'-lantern is any indication, so... Man, I was not expecting Deirdre to be right there. That was... I'm going to have to get used to this. Can I look at the mailbox? Can we look at that candle? I think those candles are going to be, like, super important somehow. Deirdre, I really want to look at the candle. Apparently we can't. Okay. More like a can't-dole. Okay, that was terrible. Alright, time to go see the judge. I said, it's time to see the judge. The game must be loading. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow, there's a protest going on here. Okay, what was that? That was our phone. Hey, Nancy, Deirdre gave me your number. Sorry about before, I was stressed. Don't worry about it, and thanks for getting in contact. Where can I find the museum? Oh, you're so welcome to come by. We're on the opposite side of the town square from the courthouse. Just turn right and go past the old cemetery. You can't miss it. Thanks. I'll stop by. Great. Who is that, by the way? Was that May's sister? I think it is. I forget her name already. Alright, so there's, like, people here. This is, like, a lot of character models.
By now, you know the story of the witches of Salem.
Uh-oh.
Those poor souls were caught in a time of fear and greed, and they paid the price. They may have died, but witchcraft lives on in Salem.
This is the woman that they were talking about.
This should be interesting.
The world would have you believe witches were not real. I'm not talking about old, ugly women who curse their neighbors and fly on broomsticks. The truth is, witches are real. They have always been real. They are alive and well. They are powerful, carrying the secrets of the world beyond the one we see. Ritual, mystery, magic. Most exist now only in secret, and they may be standing among you even now. It is said that in Salem, a coven of witches settled in recent years, set on revenge for the deaths of the Salem witches. Their ritual, one midnight on Halloween, unleashed the angry spirits of the past.
That's so cool.
Whoa.
You do that. Thank you. Now, if any of you are interested in the real history of the witches of Salem, I provide self-guided tours through some of my favorite locations in town. And perhaps you too will see one of the restless dead.
A thief in Austria used the same kind of stage magic she's using.
Yeah.
Thief? There was a thief? What were you doing there?
Visiting a spooky old castle. You'd have liked it.
Do you regularly fly to Europe for investigations?
Kinda.
Sometimes.
And if you want to learn about being a witch, come forward.
Are we coming forward? I guess we can talk to her. She's also got these candles.
Huh.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Dun dun dun!
Never. Well, nothing too bad, I hope.
We're
Did
trouble.
you know that in the Malleus Maleficarum, ginger hair was the sign of a witch? You're my kind of people.
I'm not nearly as talented as you are.
Aw, shucks. You're making me blush. Oh, there it is. Now I'm turning red. You truly are a witch.
So to become a witch, do I need to take a test or get a diploma?
A true witch is not made with pieces of paper. She is born to it and will feel the call. Bureaucracy is for persecutors. We don't need permission. We don't live by the rules. Anyway, what can I help you with?
I'm not a big fan of this lady, gotta be honest. She's a little too sardonic for my tastes, but we'll see if she can help us out, or maybe she's related to the Austria theft, as Nancy was suspecting.
How did you perform that trick?
A witch never reveals her secrets. It's against the witch code.
A code? I thought bureaucracy and rules were for persecutors.
Yeah, tell her, Deirdre.
Although, if you take my self-guided tour, I promise you will learn at least one secret about being a witch.
How often do you do this show?
Most nights. It gets busier around Halloween. And I'm sure you can figure out why.
How about the night that the Hathorn house was burned?
You look a little young to be working for the police, dear.
Oh no, it's nothing like that. We're just curious tourists.
Yeah, don't mind us.
Good. Because I've already spoken with them.
And so, you were here.
I was out of town. Did you
Hmm.
girls know that Salem is haunted? There's a ghost here. If you go on my tour, you'll learn where you can find it.
She is really bent on getting us on this tour.
Have you lived in Salem for long?
Born and raised.
So you know the Perrys?
Of course. Not well. If you are looking for them, Tegan is at the museum. She works there.
Not well. We're staying with Tegan. I figured there was some history between you two.
Tegan, that's her
That was
name.
a long time back. We don't talk much now.
And May?
Yes, I know her too. Not spoken to her for a long time either.
But you've heard the rumors about her.
May is a troubled girl. And sometimes such girls get blamed for things that were not their... I don't think she burned down the Hathorn house, if that's what you're trying to get at. People with mundane minds look for mundane explanations.
Do you really believe some modern witch coven unleashed ghosts on Salem?
About 8 years back, there were rumors of a coven, that they performed a ritual to return the dead witches to Salem to seek out their revenge before the witches moved on.
Is there any evidence of such a coven?
Ever since then, ghost sightings have gone through the roof. Salem is now considered the most haunted place in the country.
Interesting.
You think it's a coincidence that the former home of the Hathorns was set on fire?
How else could the fire have started?
I heard there was not a single living soul in the house when it started burning. Keyword, living. The world is composed of two equal parts, dark and light. The light we see every day. It's the trees, the people, the birds. It's our world. You can even see it at night. The dark is the unknown. A plane of existence that vibrates just underneath the light. But if you were in a place like Salem, a place where a painful history permeates every surface, every crack, every brick, and every tomb, the dark will appear. Usually when you least expect it. That's why they say, don't be out past midnight in Salem.
Oh, I think we will be out past midnight in Salem.
Out and take you. Also, did you know that Salem has more ghost sightings than any other city in North America?
Yeah, we heard that
If you
from
wanna
somebody.
learn why, you should go on my tour.
I think we just learned why. Or at the very least, we learned a possible explanation why.
Talk to you later.
Alright. Let's see here. Oh, I'm just looking around, that's right. I forgot we could do this. Where's Deirdre? There she is. Always right behind us. She's right there. That's kind of funny. Alright, let's see what's going on out here. Looks like there's a lot of different places we can go to.
Darn, missed the opening hours. Better luck tomorrow.
Aw, this place is like, it's daytime right now. Miss Bow. Okay, I don't think we can really look at anything else here, can we?
The museum is over there, across the square. That's where we can get the Real Witches tour tickets. The judge's office is in that building. If we want to go see him first, dive into the case, I think we should head right for the judge.
Me too.
What do you think?
I agree.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. I just want to look around first, though. There's all these people, which is kind of a first for these games. Normally it's just like the suspects and maybe a few supporting characters who get character models, but we got a whole bunch of them here. Granted, they're not great, but I appreciate that there was some effort made to actually make this place feel a little bit more like a town. So that seems to be the museum, and I think this is the courthouse area, because that's where they're picketing. And that seemed to be a tour sign thing there. So it looks like they've also got some advertising here on these banners. That's pretty cool. Hey guys, what's going on?
That group is really chanting up a storm. What has them so angry?
Hang on a sec. I want to just adjust the audio here. Seems like they're just saying, what do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! I want to get the, yeah, I want to get the actual sound effects and dialogue up more. There we go. Okay.
That group is really chanting. That group is really
Okay,
chanting.
so we can't actually talk with them. These candles, man. What's going on with these? Maybe the coven left the candles and everything is haunted. Ooh, music change. Alright, what do we got here? Can I read that? Directions. Alicia Cole, evidence room, courtroom, Judge Danforth, restrooms. Okay. Deirdre is always right behind us. I don't know why I find that so funny. It kind of reminds me of that Sherlock Holmes game where, like, Watson would always follow you around.
Can I help you?
Hi, sorry to bother you, but we were looking for Judge Danforth's office.
Just across the hall. Why? What did you two girls do?
We didn't do.
I like how she just assumes
I'm
that.
kidding. Alicia Cole, Esquire.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nancy Drew, and this is Deirdre Shannon. You're a lawyer.
Salem's best. The only practicing lawyer in the historic town limits, if you could believe it.
Really?
And if you girls were in any trouble, I'd have no problem representing you. You both have that innocent look.
Including
Jonas
Deirdre?
thought.
So you're saying we could get away with a crime?
We?
No? Partners in crime?
Sorry to bother you, Miss Cole. We'll check in with the judge. Have a good evening.
I kind of wanted to ask her about what the protesters are asking about, or chanting about. Anything we can look at in here, or is it just... Okay. Nothing really there. What is this? Alright, so I don't think we can get through that door. That's going to be... Unless we can use the Rust Be Gone. No. It's funny, it seems like there's this recurring theme of adventure games having this obsession with oil or anything that can unstick stuff. There's always 2 light switches. What is going on with that? Is this the judge's office? Whoa! I keep forgetting Deirdre's gonna be right there.
You'd really become my enemy if I committed a crime?
Sorry. You shouldn't joke about that.
Why? You gonna arrest me?
No, but I'd call the police to report you.
And then you get
I'd
arrested.
also recommend you a decent lawyer, because I'm an excellent witness for the prosecution.
Wow.
I'm a lawyer's daughter, Deirdre. Don't mess with me. Hello? Judge Danforth.
Yeah, hello. Ted, is that you?
Ted?
Ted?
No, Your Honor. My name is Nancy Drew. I think you've spoken with my father.
Nancy Drew? Carson's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I'm with my friend Deirdre Shannon. We're investigating the arson of the Hathorn house.
Ah, yes, yes.
Can we come in?
Well, you see, no, I mean, I'd let you in, but I seem to have been locked in my office and I need some help getting out.
Uh-oh. Sounds like we need to solve a puzzle.
I was hoping we could talk about the Hathorn house case.
Yes, it's a terrible tragedy for our town, but let's table that discussion for later, okay? I'd like to get out of my office first.
I take it that's going to be his answer for most of these, right?
I wanted to talk to you about the Book of Apologies. You know, the book in Austria, at the Mosam Castle.
Yes, Nancy, I would love to talk about it, but I would really love if we could do it in person, face to face, as opposed to through this door.
I agree. Let's ask him this. This is probably the better question.
Do you know where I could find a key to your office?
Yes, I believe I gave a copy of the key to Alicia Cole as backup. She's just down the hall. I hope she's still here.
Okay, so let's go back to Alicia. Deirdre's eyes are so big. Oh, man. These character models.
Yes, can I help you?
He said you might have a key.
Sorry, I gave him my spare.
Uh-oh.
Unbelievable. Does this ever end?
Oh, well then, do you have a paperclip?
Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, what business do you two have with the judge?
We're helping the judge with a case.
Anything I can assist you with?
Thanks, but I think we got it. No need for a lawyer. At least, not yet.
Alright. So we got the paperclip. Can we use the paperclip?
Judge Danforth? I couldn't find your key.
What? Alicia said she'd keep a copy for me.
Well, I did find a paperclip. I think I can pick your lock, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure, fine.
Alright.
This shouldn't be too much of a challenge.
Okay, hold to drag pin. How does this work? Okay, I'm really confused by how this is. Like, I'm clicking, but it's not, like, lining up. Okay, here we go. Okay, this one? No? Okay, I'm trying to understand how this is working from like an interface perspective. Okay, that didn't do anything. No. So if I hold it while it's up here... Ooh, that felt different. This is the one that seems to be different here. So do I have to, like, let it go before it gets to a certain point? Is that how this works? Oh, I see. Okay, so this is one of those sort of, like, sequency things. So I have to do this before it gets up to, like, the bad parts. Okay, there we go. Okay, there. Let's try this one. This seems to be good. There we go. And then this one. Yeah!
Still got it.
Efficient. How'd you learn to do that, actually?
Online video tutorial.
Someday you have to tell me about your secret life of breaking and entering, Drew. Because you're in danger of being cool. Which, honestly, I just don't like.
I'm always in danger of being cool. Alright, so let's actually go in and talk to him. Hey, Judge.
Ah, those protesters are out there again, stirring the pot. You know, this town used to be a quiet place. But it seems lately there's been an element that has infiltrated our community. I have no doubt one of those troublemakers locked my door and threw away the key. Now, Nancy, your father and I have discussed.
Oh, sorry. I'm not Nancy.
Of course you're not. You look nothing like Carson. Did your father ever tell you about the time we won 4th place at the Lake Winnipesaukee Regatta? You see, at the time I had 20/10 vision, so I was the navigator and...
Judge, this is Deirdre Shannon. She's working with me on the case.
Deirdre, you're the one who tried to break down my door.
Oh?
Breakdown?
Your Honor, that's an exaggeration. I was knocking. Heavily.
Look, I'm really busy dealing with this Hathorn House business. Being a judge is not as simple as, you know, investigating during your free time.
Well, we just used our free time to unlock your door. So I'm sure you'll be willing to repay us with some answers to our questions. Right?
Yes, of course. What can I help you girls with?
Can you explain to us how you're involved with the Hathorn House?
Well, yes. The house was built by Judge John Hathorn during the 1600s, and it represented the oldest surviving structure from that era. Judge Hathorn, of course, was one of the 3 judges that presided over the Salem witch trials.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I'm sure we can read all about the home's history in Salem's museum.
More recently, Frances Tuttle, Judge Hathorn's last direct descendant, lived in a small section of the house while the rest was left to fall into considerable disrepair. She was alone, except for a part-time caregiver, Lauren Holt, who had a bedroom in the carriage house.
Ooh.
A few months ago, Frances Tuttle passed away, which left Hathorn House without a legal heir.
Sounds like we need to find this Lauren, though.
According to the historical statutes of Salem, after 90 days, the house reverts to public property. The deadline of which is 2 days from now, at midnight.
That seems like an awfully convenient piece of timing.
I was told that the burning of Hathorn House is suspected to be a case of arson. How did the police come to that conclusion?
The investigation found paint solvent residue on burnt embers, suggesting someone deliberately used an accelerant. Thankfully, Mrs. Tuttle never had to see what became of her home.
And what evidence do you have that May Perry is the one responsible for this?
Evidence? Have you ever heard of recidivism? 3 out of 4 criminals in the United States are repeat offenders. And there's only one person in all of Salem who has a history of fire-related crime.
So, there is no evidence.
Not yet, but there will be.
You don't need evidence. She's already been convicted in the court of public opinion.
Is that what she said?
No, I'm saying it.
She has a history with this sort of thing.
What's May's motive? What does she gain by burning down the Hathorn House?
Yeah.
You have to ask her. And while you're at it, you can ask about her alibi, which she refused to give to the police. So, any other questions?
I'm beginning to wonder if, like, maybe May has kind of just resigned herself to being the culprits, even though she probably didn't do it.
So the Book of Apologies. Why did you really need it?
Yes, and first of all, I'm so glad you're all right. Nasty business. Had I known you were going to be put in harm's way, I would have never called Carson and asked for his help.
I've done plenty of work for my father. You trust me. I can handle myself.
Yes, I'm sure you can.
So, I've already heard some stories, but would you mind giving me your version of why the book is important?
Yes, so... Judge Sewell was rumored to keep a ledger of all the accused, intending to publish it to reconcile with their families and clear their names. But he passed away before he could do so.
Going to Austria for a rumored book seems like a heck of a long shot.
Well, I have been under some pressure from the AW group.
Oh?
AW as in accused witches.
That's interesting, because the AW group had the binding thing that locked the book around the outside, so did somebody already get to the book and was just using it as a trick? Basically as a ruse to get somebody out there to take it and then start this whole thing?
Don't you think it's dangerous throwing around May's name as a suspect before any evidence links her to the crime?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What are you saying?
From what you've described, there is no evidence against May. Yet you were saying that she did it. As a judge, I think you would be the first to admit that sounds prejudicial.
Yeah, you tell him, Nancy.
Me, Miss True. There are plenty of people who believe that May is responsible for this crime.
And you're not helping.
It is not prejudice when she is the only likely suspect.
Actually, that is the definition of prejudice.
I'm not going to have this debate with you. Is there anything else?
So, how did Francis Tuttle pass away exactly?
Yeah, because that's
The woman
suspicious.
was 88 years old. The coroner confirmed her death was of natural causes.
So they never investigated Lauren Holt.
You need the suspicion of foul play to investigate someone, young lady.
We'd like to speak with her all the same.
She still lives on the estate, although for how much longer we do not know. You can also find her in her shop, Luminous Infusions.
Oh.
She might be willing to talk to you.
I wonder if that's the shop that we saw outside.
Talk to you later.
Miss True, before you go, there is something else I need your help with.
Oh?
You're not locked out of your car, are you?
Oh, no. There was an incident here recently. Someone broke into the evidence room.
Oh. Have you called the police?
Well, no, not yet. I don't think anything was taken. Never mind. I'll call the police. Thank you for your time.
But he told us about the evidence room, which means that we should probably take a look. Alright, anything else here? I don't think, So here's a question. Couldn't you have just opened one of these windows and just climbed out? Alright, let's take a look at this stuff. Doesn't seem like there's anything we can actually do, though, so... Unless... No, that's nothing. There's also a cabinet, but apparently nothing we can do with said cabinet, so... Never mind. Hey, a single light switch! That's kind of unheard of in this game. There's a camera. What's in here? Other offices, I guess? Apparently we can't do anything there. But I am wondering... No, we can't go in there. Can we do anything with the evidence room or with Alicia? I don't think we can. But if I talk to Alicia... Let's see if that accomplishes anything.
So, how did your meeting go with the judge?
Informative. But he's not telling us everything.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Come back tomorrow. He'll be in a better mood then. Are you Carson Drew's daughter?
Uh-huh.
How could you possibly guess that? It's the hair, isn't it?
No. I see him in you. It's more than just looks.
I didn't know you and my father knew each other.
Know him enough. If you need any help, Nancy, please feel free to ask. Good night.
I'm not a big fan of the judge. He seems very hot-headed. Alright, so I think that's all we can really do here. So yeah, it seems like all these environments are like separate areas, and they're False judgment, false claim. Justice delayed is justice denied. Oh, that's Olivia. Hey, guy.
Can these guys get any louder? They're going to wake the dead next door.
Maybe that's a good thing. I could ask them a few questions.
Give us back what's ours! What do we want?
Excuse me. What exactly are you guys protesting?
Yeah.
Only the greatest injustice to happen in Salem since 1692. They're gonna give the house to the state.
Oh.
AW. What does it stand for?
Accused witches. Hathorne House is a symbol of the state's oppression. Judge Hathorne bought it cheap after he murdered our ancestors so he could build his mansion. And now we can legally take it back.
Well, if you're doing it legally, then why the protest march?
Yeah.
Rumor has it, all our evidence for a claim to the estate has gone missing. Stolen right from the courthouse. And the judge himself refuses to speak to us. He hasn't even made an official statement regarding the burglary. It's an injustice!
So wait a second, is this group the AW group? I mean, I guess that would make sense. Let's get away from that. The sound clip of the protesters is a little loud. But I need to talk to Olivia, I think, so... Come on. Come on, game, get me over there. Here we go.
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Whoa, that line was like recorded in a closet or something. Did you hear that? Let me replay that.
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Oh my goodness, that sounds bad. Okay, so that's not Olivia. That's Olivia. My bad. So, yeah, she's still doing her show, so I'm assuming we can't really talk to her about it anymore unless we've unlocked additional options since the judge conversation.
Now this accused witches group shows up from out of nowhere and thinks they're entitled to the Hathorne property.
Okay, so it is them.
Didn't they find proof of their claim? It's only fair.
How far back do these reparations have to go? It's been hundreds of years. Nobody owes these loudmouths squat. It's a bid for attention and money.
Must every response be outrage? I miss the peace and quiet.
Hey, they've got a right to protest, so don't be knocking that. See, I can't talk to them.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Nope, nope, we can't talk to her about it anymore.
Talk to you later.
Alright. So I take it this is still not open.
Darn, missed the opening hours.
One thing I haven't discovered yet is why is our phone... Why does it have that yellow light thing? Is it just the checklist being updated? I'm going to assume, yeah. Alright, so next time I think we're going to go inside the museum and see what's going on, and hopefully the frame rate will pick back up a little bit now that we're not out in the giant town square area where there's people everywhere. But yeah, that's part 2 of Midnight in Salem. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourselves today. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already for more Nancy Drew content and other things puzzle games as well. And I will catch you on the flip side. So take care, and I will see you next time.